Jimmy Neutron jump scare. Anyway, hi everybody! It's me again! Did you miss me? Thanks for all the GGs and everything with the Jimmy Neutron run. This is Bio-Senshi Dan, and I think we'll just hop right into it. So the story for this game is that aliens... Oh no. Wait. Sorry, one sec. Something is weird. I'm not hearing my own game audio. Just want to make sure it's actually coming through. Okay, it looks like it's coming through for you all. I just need to do something really, really fast on my end that won't take more than a second here. Sorry about this. I had to reset my capture card between runs because it was being a little fussy. It should be playing... You know what? Whatever. Alright, okay. We're gonna start it for real this time. A little janky, but it's fine. Anyway, this is Bio-Senshi Dan, and I guess I don't get to listen to my own game audio this time. So it goes. So the story is that aliens have taken over in the year 2081, and we're going back in time to stop them from doing that by stopping them in their younger states, their larva states. And so the idea for each stage is that you're dealing with like a level 1, level 2, level 3, and a level 4 of each monster. So the little tiny ones flying around are the level 1s, the ones walking back and forth there were level 2. And we'll see some level 3s on the way that are kind of like bigger, tankier enemies. And I put this in for BBG not because it's bad, but because it's weird. Here's a level 3 one. The level 4 enemies are the bosses, and as long as you're staying on the stage, or like if an enemy is on screen for a certain amount of time, it'll evolve into the next stage, except for the level 3 ones, they don't go up. The fastest way to move around in this game is to jump around a bunch, so I'm mostly going to be moving by jumping a lot. Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, the soundtrack for this is so good, which is part of why I'm a little bummed that I don't get to hear it myself, but you know what? It's coming through on stream and that's what's important. The controls for this game are not bad, but they're really weird and stiff. Like, you can see how much I get knocked back, like Karate Kid levels, effectively. And when you duck, when you go prone, you have to stop moving entirely to duck. And then if you want to get back up, it's not letting go of down, it is pressing up that takes you out of that state. So it's like deliberate actions. Anyway, I'd like some health back, so let's stop by here. Oh wait, I don't have the money. I usually take out a few more enemies on the way. Okay, there we go. I am actually going to stay here just for the sake of marathon safety. You may also notice that the category for this one is no resets. That's because normally the speedrun for this game, between levels, basically every time you beat a stage there's a cutscene that happens. That's just like a silly little intermission thing, and the speedrun typically burns a continue by resetting and then loading back up into the game. And it skips the cutscene, but it costs a continue. And not that I expect that to be like a problem, but I also just really want to show the cutscenes because they're silly. So we're mostly going to be getting one secret upgrade here. A lot of this game's interesting challenge comes from figuring out how to get through each stage. and finding all of the secret power-ups and stuff. So now we have the arm cannon here. The translation calls it the spider gun. I think the official but not released localization calls it the spud gun. But basically this arm cannon is our ranged weapon and the most important one that we need. And we're just gonna upgrade this a bunch throughout the course of the run. This is an exception. Oh wait, no, that's a dead end. What am I doing? It's up here. You can tell we're already kind of like one-shotting more enemies than we used to be able to. It's a very, very powerful weapon, and it's the only one that we're gonna need. We will upgrade it, though, because right now we can only shoot one shot at a time with it. And you may have noticed that MV value in the top right slowly increasing as we've gone through the stage. That is the boss health for the stage. So the longer you take to figure out a stage, the more HP the boss gets. Uh-oh, that's not great. I'm off to a great start. Anyway, this is what happens when you die to a boss. You get sent back in the stage a little bit. Wait, was I going left or right in here? I think it was left, actually. You know what? Don't worry about it. It's fine. I just wanted to show that off for the marathon. That's how it works. But yeah, you can see the MV increasing very slowly throughout the stage. So generally speaking, if you're playing this casually, you're taking a lot of time to stop by a bunch of shops and like talk to people to figure out how to get through the stage. And sometimes the stage isn't very complicated. Like this stage isn't too bad to just find the boss on, but some of the later levels have some little more confusing layouts or puzzles that you need to solve. And that's where the timer can really start to add up. There we go. Nope, we're going up this time. I remembered. Oh my gosh. So you also can't go prone if you're too close to a ledge like that, which is why I was getting caught there. Okay, this time with a lot less me dying. Great start to this run, dying on the level 1 boss. I have enough HP that I can just shoot a bunch. Alright, there's level 1 done. And here we get some silly intermission cutscene. You know, starting off simple, it's like a ninja. Nothing too weird there. Here's the weapon upgrade person who upgrades our weapon for not that much. I think is, yeah, 20 energy. So this not only increases the damage that our gun does, but it also lets us shoot 2 bullets. And that is basically enough power to, like, take out any boss very, very efficiently for the rest of the run. So normally in this stage, you're supposed to find an item that lets you see in the dark. We're not going to get that. We're just going to go through here. The main reason you want to see in the dark is that there are some drops from the ceiling here that are extremely acidic and one-shot you. And you can either get really consistent with the timing, or if you're a casual like me, you can look at the ground. There we go. You can kind of see when they're, when the drops are hitting the floor, and just use that to time that. You may notice that this is a pretty casual speedrun of this. I just really wanted to show this. Oh, you know what? I guess we're doing this. I accidentally hit up. I could just leave, but I think it's funny to show this off. And it won't cost too much time. It's an mashing contest. If you push him off to the side, then you get a bonus. I didn't actually mean to go in there, but I hit up and I figured, you know what, I'm here, might as well show it. It's part of what makes this game so fun and weird. Oi. I'm just trying to go through here, let me through. Alright, we're gonna grab an extra Dan that's hidden in that pillar there. You kind of get a little bit of a hint that it's there because when you go into the room, the enemy that has no reason to stop lands on that block. Okay, we're getting close to the end of the stage here. This boss isn't too bad either. But I do need to be a little bit careful. You can see how much damage our gun does. Like, it just absolutely tears through the enemy's HP. Alright, another transformation done. This stage is intended to be a little... Oop. Dang it. This stage is intended to be a little bit of a maze, however, it is very easy to accidentally stumble into the solution like I did when I first casually played through this game. Normally there's like an NPC in one of these doors that like tries to help you navigate effectively and then winds up being more confusing than helpful and just sends you through a winding maze of pathways and doorways. But, you know, if you just go this way, then you're fine. And we're not even gonna have the boss get up to like more than 50 HP here. So like 2 shots will take it out. Sorry, 3. If I can hit, dang it. Alright, that's stage 3 done. Stage 4 coming up here is a little bit of a gauntlet. Also, these bullets that those tall guys shoot boomerang around a bit, so you gotta be a little careful around them. So this game actually was going to be localized for the States as Bashi Bazook, and some of the silly things that happen in this game were going to be like changed. Oh, well, now you get to see what happens when you fall into the pit. It's not good. You don't want to do that. That's why you always try and take out that guy before crossing there. And then he respawns and then it's annoying. Oh, it happened again. I was trying to play it safe. I am out of extra Dans. I'm debating if I should just take one more death and... You know what? Okay, I'm gonna take a continue here just because I'd like to have an extra life for later. It's fine. Okay, we got our lives back. I've been so good about not getting hit by that lately that I decided to... If once I took that one death and then the second one happened right after, it's like, you know, I should probably play it safe here. I've been really good about not falling in that pit lately, though, so it's kind of a bummer. There we go. The knockback in this game is really brutal. Anyway, so for that localization, one of the changes made here, we're about to put on some makeup to get through the stage. And it's a very special kind of makeup. Makeup that transforms you into the Incredible Hulk. In the localization, this changed into a giant robot instead. Grab a few power-ups here. So, you know, this is just normal stuff. And this is kind of like part of the silliness and the charm of this game. It's really goofy. Anyway, we're good now. We can take off the makeup. Back to Dan form. Trying really hard not to take a billion hits here. I might take another intentional death in the corridor coming up here just to make sure I have HP for the... Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Definitely gonna be taking an intentional death. See if I can make it up into this first. Okay, cool. Made it in here, so now I'm gonna take a death. Just to restore my HP. Dying outside of the boss fight isn't bad. It's mostly if you die inside the boss fight that it becomes a problem, because then it sends you back a fair way, like what happened to me in level 1. Alright. Finally almost here to the boss. And once again, our spud gun here will make short work of this, relatively speaking. Alright. Finally on to stage 5. And if stage 5 was a gauntlet, or sorry, if stage 4 was a gauntlet, stage 5 is even more so. Don't mind the transformations there, they're just completely normal things. So, in this stage, you have to find 3 hearts to take out. And each of the hearts does the whole MV thing, so As long as you make it to the heart and then take it out, it won't start counting up the next one until you take out the previous one. And it doesn't matter what order you do them in either. Probably going to be taking a death in here. You know what? Let's do it intentionally. Dying a little bit more than I'd like to, but after this next heart that we take out, we're going to be picking up an item that makes us a heck of a lot more survivable, so I'm not too fussed about it. Like I said, I'm like pretty casual about running this game, so definitely taking some safety strats here. The actual like speedrun record for this is pretty impressive, and I do recommend giving it a watch after watching this. So after every heart that we take out, it takes us back to this same screen that has some items that we can purchase. Now, if we were really going fast, we would take the speed shoes in there, however. Good thing the spikes don't kill you right away. We're gonna take the barrier that's in here for consistency. And the barrier, as you would probably expect, just makes you take less damage. Another thing to note about why this gun is so nice is that its energy consumption is really low. You can get a bunch of other weapons. Oh, by the way, one of the hearts is through the ground there. None of the characters in this stage tell you about that. You just have to find it. That was the one that I got stuck on in my casual playthrough. But yeah, each of the weapons that you can find after this take more energy than this. So not only do they take additional time to get, but they also just like tear through your energy really quickly. Alright, I'm gonna face to the right so that the next guy spawns over there. Whoopsie. Alright. Well, you know what? That works. But yeah, you can see how much work the barrier is doing, because I'm pretty sure it cuts the damage you take in half. So normally, if I didn't have the barrier, I would probably be dead by now. The speed booster lets you, you know, avoid more hits, but the way enemies work in this game, it's quite an ask to not take damage at all. A lot of times. Alright, here's the final heart. After this, we just have to make it to the actual final boss. Alright, so the music changed, and we now have a rush to get to the final boss. You may notice that the health for the boss is increasing very rapidly. So we definitely want to get over to the boss as quickly as possible. Dang it, those deaths on level 4 might run me a little tiny bit over, but that's how it is, I guess. Do some jumping to go fast. And yeah, I really do love the swap over to the more intense music to, like, get over to the boss. Don't fall in that pit. Alright, so here's the final boss. It's an auto-scroller. Ah! The horror. So we need to be careful not to get up close or up too close to the front edge of the screen here. We want to be up near the front edge of the screen just because it lets us get around enemies without taking too many hits. Thankfully, the final boss has a weak, or not a weak point, but a safe spot that you can take advantage of. Please, there we go. So we're just gonna jump between shots here, and for too many more hits. There we go. You know what? Close enough. So, we've saved the day, and now it's time to go back to 2081, and I really want to show this short ending sequence here because not only does it have a lot of really good faces that would be appropriate for, like, good faces bot. I mean, just look at the crowd even, but we're about to see a really fantastic face right here. Wowza! There you go. Anyway. Thank you for having me on BBG. With that, I will pass it back to the host.